Hello, wherever you are, whatever your situation, I hope that you are doing well. I've been thinking in the last couple of weeks about something that I read years ago, and over the years, I come back to it on occasion. It just made a very strong impression on me. And it was actually a brief thing in an article by the Christian writer Philip Yancey. He had looked at a poll some years ago. It was taken in England, and the poll asked people, what was the happiest time in your life? And the leading answer was the Blitz. That was a time in World War II where German planes were dropping bombs on cities in England, and especially the city of London. And that answer, that was the happiest time in people's life, it's hard to square with some of the images that we've seen from that time period where people are standing amid rubble that was their home. And there's hardly anything that they can even salvage out of that. And it was such a picture of devastation. And that was the happiest time. And yet there were just so many stories from that time period of people pulling together, working together. One of the things, one of the reasons why I've thought about that in recent weeks here is because in some way we are in a difficult situation, but we can't pull together in the same way. We can't come together physically. We can't put our arms around each other. And so we don't have that like they did. And yet, I know that there are creative ways that we are seeing people across the country, that we are seeing people in churches reach out to each other, connect to each other, support each other. And so even in the greatest adversity, we're finding ways to overcome it and to reaffirm the connections that we have to each other. I think, though, when we think about several years down the road, how we will look back at this time, the greatest testimony that we will have, what will matter most to our faith will have to do with what has God done during this time? What have we seen Him doing? And that's really the question that we need to keep before us all the time. What is God doing in this period? Where, as we see Him at work, are there opportunities then for us to join Him in supporting others, in loving others, whatever the means, whatever the ways, in a time that is very difficult? How is God doing a good and beautiful work?